What up everyone, it's your man Xman87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends video, and what I have for you today is the Marvel Legends Iron Man Retro Wave She-Hulk action figure review. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now with that said, let's go! I can't freaking tell you how happy I am, how excited I am to finally have a classic version of She-Hulk. Her 80s style, that John Byrne classic look that's so iconic. And this is an all-new female sculpt, an all-new muscular female sculpt. She's really tall, too. She measures at about 7.5 inches, I want to say. So 7.5 inches. She definitely towers over her A-Force version. And she's probably about the same height as the more modern version. So, yeah, I would say these are kind of neck and neck. But the build, definitely a lot more mass on this one. And wow, she just blows this one away. It's no contest. At first, you know, my first initial impression was that she was a Power Princess reuse. But she's not. She's an all-new muscular female sculpt. And I thought, going forward, Power Princess was going to be that all-new, like, muscular female book. I'm glad I'm wrong. I'm glad I'm wrong, because it is not. It's not a reuse. It's definitely different. As you can see, she still towers over Power Princess, too. And this is a great muscular build as well for, those powerhouse female characters. And yeah, I was thinking, okay, this one would be great for future She-Hulks, Red She-Hulks, Titanias, things like that. But nah, they outdid this one. Wow, just no contest. And I think, this would be good for Titania. No, actually for Titania, I think this one would be much better for Titania. I want her and Titania be neck and neck. Power Princess would be good for a classic Valkyrie because, man, we had that modern one for a long time now, about 10 years, and it's time we get an updated classic Valkyrie. So I think Valkyrie would best fit this. Anyway, not to sidetrack, definitely want to focus more on She-Hulk. She is the highlight, and this figure is just a highlight, top to bottom. She is just absolutely incredible. So let's take a closer look at this face sculpt. And this is John Byrne-esque art style to the T. Damn. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just gonna say this, put it out there. This is the greatest Marvel Legends female head sculpt ever. Like, ever. Nothing can top this. Above all the, comics and movies, any female figures they've ever made in the past, this outbeats all of them. This bests all of them. Look at this hairstyle. So John Byrne-esque, man. The shading is perfect. It's painted in all the right places. It is absolutely stunning. That face sculpt too. She has those nice, soft, feminine features while still looking powerful. Exactly what you would want in a comic She-Hulk. And I even like the bangs right there on her upper right eye. The makeup is on point with everything. Eyelashes pop out. Even the eyeshadows. Very nice. The eyebrows, the lipstick, nice green tone right there. The smile is cute. She's really, really cute. The nose came out perfect too. Everything is perfect. This is just flawless. It's a flawless head sculpt. She's perfect all around. Look at the front. Look at the side profile right there. And here's on the other side, just so you can see just how beautiful this head sculpt is. And then taking a look at this all-new muscular female body. This close look gives you an idea of just how jacked she is. Like, she's jacked. She's comic book She-Hulk jacked. And it just looks great. The paint is great, too. It gets a little fuzzy right there. That's why I kind of wish they sculpted a line right there to break up the sculpt so the paint could be a little bit cleaner. Although there is somewhat of a line there. So it kind of cuts right there, but it kind of fades away because it's just soft here. But you could see something right there. Like, you could see where the paint kind of miss the line right there. So it's very subtle. It's very subtle and it fades. And look at the front right there. Oh, look at that. She doesn't have the uniboob. They actually sculpted individual boobs. You can see like the wrinkle right there. It's a nice sculpt. The chest looks great. Damn, even her chest, like look at the pecs right there. All that, it's just great. Her collarbone is jacked too. But this is really, really nice. Abs, look at those abs, man. It's just great. She's got a nice waistline too, very curvy, very feminine. I like that. Now, she has the upper torso cut. I wish she had an inverted ab crunch right below it too, because, I mean, they've made torsos much thinner than this and still get away with an ab crunch. I mean, compared to the Pizza Spidey, like, come on now. They could have done it. They could have done it and still kept that feminine curve right there. So, yeah, that's a bummer because, you know, the ab crunch, I mean, what's that going to do? It's not going to do anything. Like, she has no ab crunch. It's just, yeah, I want my She-Hulk to get down. Like, that's the only bummer right here. Like, I really wanted her to have an ab crunch. You know, just get more range and get the great poses that you need. So, other than that, the front looks great. Get some wrinkles there. The back is covered by her hair, but let me pop her head off so you could just see how jacked she is. Look at that back, man. That back is swole. So you can see it's very muscular. She doesn't have... Yeah, I don't see the line right there breaking up. That's just strange, because on the line, I don't know if you can see it in camera, but you can see there's a line there. It's very subtle. It fades away. And then there's nothing here. I mean, it's going to be hidden with her hair. I just want to give you a glimpse of what the back looks like. And it's a great sculpt. And these arms are jacked from the bicep, the deltoids, the triceps, all that. The forearms. She's got the forearm seam right there to separate the wristbands, which looks good. When there's gloves or wristbands, that's when it should be utilized. The belt is just painted on right there. And no unibooty either. They actually sculpted the crack. That's funny. Because comparing it to Power Princess does not have the power booty. She has that unibooty. They did not sculpt the crack. It's not to be a perv or anything like that, but, you know, when you make them, you gotta make them how they are drawn, like the comics. So, the glutes, good shape. Got some wrinkles there. And the thighs, very meaty thighs. These are jacked. Yeah, some more muscle definition on her hamstrings would have been nice, because the front, look at the quads, all that. It's very muscular. No complaints. The joints here, this is what I feared. Now, in the promo images, I will say it looked worse. Like, the joints were so noticeable. They popped out. It just doesn't match the skin tone completely. You know, again, not as bad as the promo images. I will say in hand, it looks a lot better. But you can still see that the joints don't match the rest of the skin tone. Honestly, it's only noticeable up close. And like I said, better than the promo images. So I'm glad that was improved. She's got her fist right there. New fist. And nicely balled up. Her boots, she's got it white and purple, you know, just like the classic. She's got the calf swivel there, which is nice. I like that. Yeah, the paint is clean on mine. This is great. And she's very muscular. I love the way she came out. Now for accessories, she comes with an extra set of hands, which are these open, stylized gripping hands. And lastly, she comes with this mangled rifle, and it looks absolutely crushed. I love when they get creative with accessories like this. And it looks like one of their older rifles that they made before. Yeah, it is. I just grabbed this from one of the Inner Demons, and it's the same layout. As you can see, the same sculpt. The mags look the same. It is the same one as this. I knew it looked familiar. I was like, oh, snap. The only thing is the scope is much longer on this one, where this is just a tiny scope. So you can see the top is different, but the rest of the rifle is the same. And then with those gripping hands I just showed you, you can have her hold it. So create an action scene of her crushing the rifle, and it's pretty easy to get it in her hands. I gotta position it better. Let me, just to show you. If you grab the rifle right there, you're just gonna have to loop those fingers right over the rifle. This one could be a little tricky because her pinky finger is hooked in. So what I try to do is get that pinky finger up first. Yeah, you're just gonna have to like finagle the fingers so they get in there, and then yeah, look how awesome this looks. And this is just right out of the pages from Sensational She-Hulk issue number 2. I know this because I was just reading that She-Hulk run recently, where she took one of the guns from the Toadman and completely just crushed it when they ruined her outfit. And that's the one thing you don't want to do with She-Hulk. Don't ruin her outfit. And this is awesome. I love that callback to that comic. So anytime they could pull something off like this deep into the source material, it's an A++ all the way. And I can't complain with the creativity behind using this accessory, but the one thing I would have loved to have seen, a pair of C-grip hands that can hold some dumbbells. It would have been nice to have her with some weights, get some more photography use out of her. And maybe an extra head with an angry expression, which I'm sure we'll see that down the line. All right, now for articulation, her head moves. Well, it doesn't move up because she has a lot of hair, but you have to expect that with this kind of hair. I think you guys already knew what to expect with the range of motion with this kind of hair. And she does look a good amount down, though. So she could look down on her opponents, even like a regular-sized female character like this Hydra agent right here. I mean, this looks great, right? Look at that. I could get a little more, probably. So that right there is great. Mind you, I didn't even utilize the ab crunch, so you can make her look a little further down. So that's just great. Great for, some face-off photos. She moves left, right, which the big hair will have her looking downward. So it does have some pivoting. You see that right there. Her arms, they move about that far up. Straight T-pose. Yeah. Nothing higher than that. Would have been nice to have butterfly joints. I think they could have gotten away with it, especially how beefy they made this torso. So, you could swing the arms around. She's got a nice bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. Look at that. She can touch her chin. And wrist swivel, wrist hinge. As I showed you, the diaphragm is, man, I really wish she had that inverted ab crunch. Damn. I really wish she had it. It moves side to side. It pivots nicely, though. There's that, at least. Maybe you can get away with it if you twist it and, like with the Lady Mandarin, get a little more crunch. So yeah, it all depends how you pose the figure. And then, did I say it swivels? Yeah, it does that, and it rocks around. Her legs, they can... Holy crap! Why didn't I realize this at first? She does a full split, pretty much. Yeah, I think I would say that's a full split, man. Maybe, her crotch is not touching all the way. It's not completely flat, but it beats any Marvel Legends Spider-Man. Crazy. Her legs move about that far up and that far back. Frontward split will look awkward. Her legs rock around. You got the thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and no heel to the She-Hulk butt. That's okay. Great proportions on the legs. Look at that. Man, the way they nailed this body, amazing. Boot swivel, as I showed you earlier, and her ankles move that far up, that far down, and you can rock them all around. Man, I can stay all day here and compare because She-Hulk goes with so many in the collection, but here are a few I'd like to bring out. And so here she is next to some of her villains like the Leader and Absorbing Man. Here she is next to the comic Abomination Bath. Here she is next to Red She-Hulk, and yeah, we'll definitely need a Red She-Hulk on this new She-Hulk body. Here she is next to some allies like Iron Man, who was one of many men she had a thing with. She racked up them high body counts like Hasbro did with Bucky Cap. Here she is next to the VHS Daredevil and Classic Hercules. Here she is next to her cousin, the Hulk, which I feel this skin tone is closer to the Wolverine 2-pack one than the 20th anniversary. Here she is next to the modern She-Hulk and the A4 She-Hulk. I guess I couldn't tell before while I was filming, but now that I have them still, this new one is much taller than the modern one. Had to save the best for last, and we have She-Hulk next to the retro Fantastic Four. And you know why I had to do this, because I've been dying for an updated She-Hulk in this iconic blue and white Fantastic Four uniform. I pray Hasbro doesn't make us wait too long for it. And now to wrap things up, my final rating is a 9.75 out of 10. Talk about a figure pulled right out of the pages from the comics. 100% comic accuracy. This is one of the best comic figure adaptations Hasbro made, and they made an instant classic here. The only reason why, as a figure critic, that I didn't give this a perfect score of 10 is because they fucked up by not giving her the double diaphragm joint. That's supposed to be the new standard set for their female figures ever since Black Widow. It's on the upcoming Warbird. Why didn't they do that here? That needs to be the precedent going forward. And also the joints being slightly off in the skin tone, but everything else is perfect. Yeah, some additional accessories would have been nice, like an extra angry head, but when something like this comes out close to a masterpiece, I can forgive it. But if they give us that Fantastic Four She-Hulk with the ponytail and maybe an extra head, let's hope the skin tones match so that we can swap it onto this for more display. So keep that in mind. Plus the accessories they gave her here are nice to capture photos with. Love the comic homage with the mangled rifle. This new muscular female body is awesome sauce. The physique and stature is perfect, and I believe she's now the tallest female in the line on the comic side. Hell, she's even taller than some BAFs. They killed it. Having a She-Hulk figure with a John Byrne comic accurate style from head to toe was a dream of mine to have in the line. To me, he drew the best definitive She-Hulk, and now we have the best definitive She-Hulk in Marvel Legends. There's only one word I can describe this She-Hulk: sensational. Now I kick it back to you. You already know my thoughts on this She-Hulk, but what do you think about this new She-Hulk? What other females can you see us getting on this new muscular body? And do you want to see a Fantastic Four She-Hulk? Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends review. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next review. Peace, peace.